Hi, everybody. Joe Cioffi here. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes, and Sunday night at 7:35 p.m. Join us on the Joe and Joe Weather Show podcast as we close out 2023 and we look ahead to what January will bring us. And not quite sure what that's going to be, but we'll figure it out somehow. In the meantime, we are undergoing some slow improvement. We still have this dying upper low to the west. We're actually able to break out into some sunshine in some places this afternoon, Pennsylvania to southern New England, but some other places actually wound up getting clouds and sprinkles. Well, now we just have to wait for this to play through tonight into tomorrow morning. That means we'll be back into the clouds for at least a little while. But I think as we move through the day tomorrow, as this upper low pulls out, we should be fine. There's moisture in the Gulf of Mexico and across Cuba and South Florida and offshore. All of that is pretty much moving straight east, east northeast. Not too much happening in the plains today, and we do have moisture that continues to roll into the west coast. So as we check out the latest radars, there's some shower activity up along the St. Lawrence River and in upstate New York and back over into Maine. Might even be snow in the mix there as this area shifts eastward. With that upper low, it's producing some showers in southeast Virginia. Also, with some rain and snow showers in parts of Tennessee and into Alabama. They'll probably kind of move over North Georgia and into the western Carolinas overnight. Some places might get a little bit of a sugar coating there. And then along the west coast, we have heavy rains moving in as the storm off the coast of California continues to just pump in moisture and wave after wave of rain that extends on up into the coastal areas of the Pacific Northwest. The WPC rainfall 7 day, well, for the east, it's mostly rainfall anyway, but the precipitation forecast for the next 7 days, a quarter to a half an inch and the half an inch is offshore, touching southern New Jersey down into Virginia and North Carolina, a little bit more right along the coast there of North Carolina and also on the Delmarva Peninsula. Along the Gulf Coast, we've got a couple of series of lows that will be moving eastward across the Gulf states. So we have anywhere from 3/4 of an inch to an inch and a half plus in parts of East Texas and Western Louisiana. And we're still seeing heavy rainfall and heavy snowfall amounts in the mountains in the Sierra Nevadas of the liquid equivalents are going to be several inches or more over the next 7 day time frame. As far as snow is concerned, not a whole heck of a lot. If you're in northern Maine, there's a high probability of about 2 inches, but you have to go at least halfway up the state for that. Also, in the mountains of eastern West Virginia, kind of poking into southwestern PA, where we have a high probability of at least two. And this is a 72-hour forecast that takes us into Monday night. Most of what you see here, what's going on at the moment, overnight into Saturday morning, and not much else really after that. So as we look forward and take a look at what's going to be happening, it is uh, we're still in this kind of odd pattern, I guess we can call it. Where we're dealing with troughs that are coming through. Not much of a connection to real cold air up in Canada. Canada still remains on the warm side. If you got above normal temperatures there, uh, that air when it comes down brings you back maybe close to seasonal or just a little bit above normal, but it doesn't really chill you down to very cold levels. Great for the heating bill. And as we go through this week, we've got a series of troughs coming through. There's one on Monday that has a weak cold front with it, where you won't even notice it other than maybe a few clouds that go by. But it will force a low to pass to our south and east. And then there'll be another system around Wednesday that'll cross the Gulf states. And this one might try and turn northeastward up the coast. There's some question about that. And then there's yet a third system that'll be coming out as we head toward the end of next week, as that energy from California along the southern tier. But as far as when you look at Canada in terms of the upper air, you really don't have what we would call a cross-polar flow, where the winds aloft are blowing from the Arctic southward central Canada, and then sweeping eastward onto the East Coast. And I really don't see anything like that happening, at least for the next 10 days or so, maybe even a little bit beyond that. So, as far as the short range is concerned, you see on the U.S. Of the latest GFS on the U.S. map, uh, weak system tonight with light rains and snows. Actually, you'll probably pick up a bit as we get into Saturday morning in western New York and western PA, and then whittle their way down. In the west, you've got rain and snow in the Sierra Nevadas. Here in the east for the New Year's holiday, uh, I think we're probably going to see improving weather conditions as we go through the day Saturday as a northwest wind dries us out. New Year's Eve should be fine. Nothing more than maybe some passing clouds. We've got this weak cold front that comes through on Monday. New Year's Day, I think overall should be fine. Again, nothing more than just some patchy clouds. So I guess we'll call both Sunday and Monday partly sunny. Most of the country is dry for New Year's Day, as you can see. System off the coast goes out. Tuesday looks good. Wednesday's okay. And then here's that southern low that tries to turn northward up the coast. Sometimes the models have the moisture tucked in at the coast. Sometimes they have it offshore. Not really overly enthused by this. And that goes out. And then another dry high and back to seasonal or a little bit above normal temperature wise as we head into next weekend. Another Gulf low will be moving across then and heading for the southeast coast. And that looks like that wants to just get shunted straight to the east. So overall, really does look like a quiet weather week for next week. And you're fine, I think, for the most part, with any plans that you have for this weekend and for New Year's Eve and for New Year's Day. So don't forget, Sunday night, 7:30, 5 p.m. Plenty of time to watch the show and then go enjoy yourself at a party. Join us on the Joe and Joe Weather Show podcast as we wrap up 2023 and look ahead to the first week of January. So have a great weekend.